Toy Collector here. Today we're going to take a look at Diamond Select Toys' new Pacific Rim Uprising Select Gipsy Avenger figure. Now, as you can see right here, it comes in the window-style packaging that we've seen with a lot of their Select figures, from Marvel Select to the Gotham figures and Ghostbusters. You see exactly what you get in the package. You get the figure and a bunch of accessories. Love the art on the side of the package here. We're looking at an illustration of our Gipsy Avenger, and you turn it around on the back here, and we have our 3 figures from Wave 1, Gipsy Avenger, Saber Athena, and Bracer Phoenix. And then if you look right here, let me give you a little close-up of that. There's a little brief synopsis of the movie, and gives you a little introduction to the figures. Now, as I said, there's 3 figures in this first initial wave, and I believe we're going to be seeing a kaiju, and if the waves do good enough, we might even see a couple extra kaijus. If you've seen the movie, you see that without giving any spoilers, but I'm going to give some spoilers, fuck it. You see that the kaijus morph into this one massive kaiju. So that is the one that Diamond Select Toys kind of teased at Toy Fair. And if the line does well enough, a little birdie told me that we might be seeing the other kaijus, depending on how the regular line and the kaijus do. All right, so Jaegers. I'm sorry, Jaegers. I had a little brain fart there. So depending on how the Jaegers and the kaijus. All right, so anyway, I know you guys want to hear me talk, but let's open this up and take a look at the figure. All right, so here we have Gipsy Avenger out of the package. As you can see here, he comes with a bunch of accessories. Comes with a left and right punching hand. He's got, you can take it apart at the forearms there, left and right, little like plasma cannons there. And then right here, he's got his little energy blades, left and right arm here, and then another one here. So they're pretty cool. We'll swap them out and see how easy they are to change in a minute. But we have a bunch of different hands with them. The figure stands about I'd say 7.5 inches tall. Very cool looking figure. Now this is different than the NECA ones a little bit, but they're still pretty dope. All right, so we can take a look at the figure. Now, the one negative that I did notice is that the joints are a little wobbly up here in the arm, down here in the elbow, and the leg a little bit. There's a little wobble in the joints, but he still is able to stand without falling over. Pretty solid in that fact that you can just put him down and he's not gonna tip over, but a little wobbly. All right. Now, if you look closely throughout parts of the body, it looks like there's like a little silver dry brushing that was done on the figure, so it gives it kind of like that battle worn type of look. You can see it here on the shoulder, or on the biceps, on the shoulder, up here on the head, on the back, especially on the arms. The leg. There's a lot of the silver dry brushing, which I think is really cool. I like that battle worn look. You can't have a Jaeger that looks like it just came out of the factory. You need one that's been in battle there. All right. The one thing that I don't like right here, I forget exactly what it's called, but it's energy source in the chest. Obviously, it's supposed to be glowing, but the paint application, to me, it looks a little blah. I think if they were going to use that should have been like a glow effect. Obviously, the figure would have cost more with a glow effect in there, like a little LED light. But I think that would have done it a lot better, or had some type of If you guys remember the toys back in the day, you'd have like a little red spot on top of the head, a little clear part, so the light could shine in through the top and make like the visor or the chest piece kind of light up. I think that would have been pretty cool. But I'm dating myself with that one. All right, so let's take a look at the articulation on this figure. All right, shoulder, or actually, I'm sorry, neck articulation, very limited. Nice sculpt, good paint app, but the neck is limited there. Now the arms, in a position like that, you can kind of get them right there, but then you can get them up above the head, behind. You can get a good range of motion with the arms. The shoulder pads do get in the way a little bit. Shoulder pads do pop off. All right, but they are on there pretty sturdy. Let's go down. No bicep swivel. We have a single hinged elbow. The reason for that is because we can pop it off. And let's see, which arm shall we put on? So you can see right here, and I just popped the shoulder pad off. You can just slide that up in there. It's got to press a little bit once it's in. And obviously it's the first time that I've used it, so it's a little tight. Let's get that shoulder pad on there. There we go. All right, so it's a little tight, so you do have to work the hinge for the elbow, but it does go on there good, and it will stay on. Now these ones don't have the articulation in the wrist. That's pretty solid, but the standard arms that come on the figure do have articulation in the wrist. So it looks like the adjoining pieces that you can put on, they do not. It's a solid piece. As far as the torso, good range of motion on the torso, so you can do some pretty dynamic poses. If he's fighting a kaiju, you know, you could definitely get a good range of motion there. You can look up here and see the legs. Excellent range of motion. Like I said, a little wobbly if you shake it, but pretty good. Now you do have double jointed knees, so you could definitely get some really good poses with these figures. Good jumping poses, running poses, and this little piece looks like it moves just a little bit. You don't want to twist that piece too much; it might pop. But then we go down to the ankles. And the ankles have a little bit of rotation, so you can also get some pretty good poses there. I like the articulation on these figures. The extra pieces. Let's switch out this arm. And did I just break that? Nope. All right, so gotta be a little careful with the one arm. I popped it right out, so we're gonna have to work on that one to get that out. It didn't pop out as easy, but you can look right here and see that this will pop right back in as long as you didn't break those pegs. All right. So you do just have to be kind of careful when you're popping the arms out. If you pull too hard, because I mean they are in there, if you pull too hard, you're gonna, the little single hinged elbow here, you will pop it right out, as I just did. So I'm gonna squeeze right here. There we go. All right, so I squeezed it as I right at the hinged part, so that as I got it out, it didn't pop again. And we're going to attach this. So due to that, one thing I would probably advise, kind of with like NECA figures, and even, let's see, even with some Legends, applying a little heat. That's one thing I would I would say apply some heat, and the arms will probably come and go a little easier. You can do water, although my choice would be a blow dryer. So yeah, let's fix this and we'll be right back. So I was able to put them back together. Basically, if you do have an issue with the figure, just look right here. The little pin right here popped out as we were moving them around. It was in there really good, so when I pulled the arm, it dislocated the elbow in the pin. So the pin was in there, it just popped it out, and if you look, you kind of see a little separation in there. So when you do go to remove the arm, I would hold it right here and then tug on it. One thing you could do is apply some heat. So a blow dryer, that would definitely soften up the plastic a little, and you could just yank on it. This is common with like NECA figures. It didn't seem tight out of the package, but as I continued to move it, obviously switching the accessories, is you're gonna have to possibly put some heat on it. That's at least with this one, I've had to do that. All right, and this is a version that is in stores. So that's, you might have that issue. I'm not sure, but you might. So, you know, moving forward, when I do use it, I will apply a little heat, because even putting these ones in there, it was a little tough, and I don't want to break them, especially it's a new figure. It's pretty cool. So I had no problem with this arm, but with this arm I did. So, you know, if it happens to you, at least now you know. Overall, it's a good figure. I do like the sculpting. The sculpting is amazing on these figures. The paint app is awesome. Like I said, that little silver dry brushing throughout the body really makes a difference on how the figure looks. And obviously, if you know it's fighting a kaiju, it's going to look a little battle worn, I should say. So, and also, thank you, Diamond Select Toys, for sending these out to me to review. Really appreciate it. These are awesome figures. I've given you my pros and cons. Like I said, you might not have these issues changing out the accessories, but I did, and you saw it. I didn't try to edit and hide it. You know, you saw what happened. So, but overall, excellent quality figures. Great sculpting, great paint app, and you know, hopefully yours don't have these issues. So thank you for checking me out, guys. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, The Ultimate Toy Collector. Check out Toy News International, Cool Dad Pop Culture Reviews, and let me know what you want to see. We're gonna be reviewing some more of the Jaegers. We got 2 more, first wave, and let me know what you want to see as far as upcoming reviews, and like the video, share it, leave a comment, and until next time, guys, happy hunting.